Okay, so let's make an infinite pattern and turn it into a brush. First thing we want to do is change our background color to black and our cursor color to white. Now I am using tropical stamp brushes that I got from Creative Market. We're going to do some lotus flowers here. So we just start putting these on. There we go. And let's do one over here. And let's do these two over here. Whoop. We don't want it to go over the edge. And we need it to fit in with the other ones. There we go. That's good to start with. Now, if we create another layer and we fill it with the foreground color and set it to 50% or thereabouts and duplicate it, we then duplicate layer 1 and we match our layer 2s up with our layer 1s. If we swipe to the right, then we select layers and deselect. So we're going to take these two layers and we're going to turn snapping on for magnetics and snapping, just like that. And then when we move these, you don't have to worry about it getting out of alignment. And then we match this one up edge to edge. Once again, there's snapping. And there's no seam there. So we take the two layer 2s and once again we fill them and we set them to somewhere around 50%. And then I'm going to turn them off. I'm going to merge my layer 1 and then I'm going to fill in these blank areas. Let's put one of these here. There we go. Let's take the double one, we'll make it smaller, and let's turn this. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And we'll go at an angle. Let's put this one here. Make it a little smaller and put it there. Alright, and that gets us left to right. So now we're going to once again duplicate this layer and we're going to set the layer 2s to match them. And this time we'll move up and down. Once again, snapping is still on. We move it down a little bit and we take the next pair and we move them up. And they should snap. If I had the layers turned on, that would have worked better. Okay, there we are. Now the layers are turned on. And we'll move these down. Fortunately, we can correct any errors we make with the undo. Alright. Fill that. Put it down. Fill that. Opacity down. Turn them off. And then we can merge these down. And now we can fill out this area in the middle. Let's put Orchid 1 and I'll put it like that and put another one over here and well, not orchid, lotus. Let's do lotus 2. Make it a little smaller, put one like that. Let's make it a little bigger and put it like that. Okay. Now we have a pattern, but you'll notice that while the top and bottom edges all have overlaps, where I just put this, there is none. So we're going to go ahead and match left and right again. We will duplicate that layer, match those together, select, let's move over. You don't have to move over to the middle, you just have to move over enough that there's some space. And the reason we're doing this is we're looking to see if there are going to be any open spaces. And there's kind of one up here at the top. Let's see, that's part of a double. That's a 1, that's a 2. Let's put a smaller 1 over here. Like that. We mustn't forget to fill and have these in case we want to try that again. Merge that down. And now we have a pattern that will be infinite, left, right, up, down. If we copy the canvas, we can now create a new brush. I'm going to go find one of mine that I've already made because I'm lazy. Let's see, this one's a good one. I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to rename it to Lotus. Now the stroke path is spacing 24%, no streamline, no jitter, no fall off. Taper, I have everything turned off. Shape shows a shape source of a circle, hard circle, that's a good one. Grain is where you put your picture. So we're going to do an edit, we're going to say import, and then paste. And that's our brush. And we say done, and now we have that. Rendering, I do intense blazing, intense glaze, or heavy glaze. We're going to do this one at intense glaze, or maybe uniform. Let's see what does uniform do. No, see, that white's out. That white's out. Let's hit done on this and turn the background color off. And now copy canvas, and we'll go back in here to the grain, edit, and paste. Done. There we go. Now we have a clear background because we turned the background off in the picture. Alright. Rendering, intense blending works. Intense glaze kind of starts to get a little blocked out. So let's see, yeah, we're going to do intense blending on this. Flow is max. Everything else is turned off. Wet mix, I've got it pull 50%, and that's it. Color dynamics, everything is turned off. Regular dynamics is basically zeroed out. The Apple Pencil, I have flow set to max, and that's it. Properties, orient to screen. Preview is at 61, smudge is at 50. You can change these, it's not going to make any difference. I'm giving it a maximum size of 235%, minimum is none, maximum opacity is max, minimum opacity is 1%. You can do a stamp preview, and what that does is it gives you just this little picture here. Without the stamp preview, it gives you the full screen. So now that we have this brush created, we're going to turn all this off. I've created a new layer, and I just simply use my brush. You can make it smaller. It gives you a nice random pattern, which makes it a good wallpaper or background for lettering, whatever it is you want to use. Thank you for watching this tutorial and listening to my silly voice, and that will be it.